I'm back. Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk. And whew, it's been a while since I've done a review with the good old-fashioned camera with YouTube and Google now using webcams now. Just easier for people to do that. The webcam thing is kind of getting annoying. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just my internet. Last videos for the last couple months have not been the greatest quality. The volume has been buffering, acting up. The videos have been slow, buffering. Maybe they won't turn on. Maybe you can't hear me at times. It is very annoying, so I figure if I'm going to do a video like this, like a review, I might as well just talk to camera and then upload whenever I can. So it's Friday right now as I'm talking, so I don't know when this video will be uploaded. If it's uploaded by today, that's great. If not, it will be uploaded by tomorrow, which will be Saturday. So, gonna do something a little different. So, first of all, I'm not quitting YouTube. I've just been busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Work. We just had a WZ show recently, a few weeks ago. Getting ready for the season and everything, and of course I want to do videos, but of course my webcam thing, I don't know if it's just the internet's bad or what, but it just, the quality's just not very good, like I said. So if I want to make a video, whether it's a review or any type of video, I'd rather just do it on camera and then just upload it. I think it's just easier that way. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be reviewing Stomping Grounds this Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to be using my camera or the webcam. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But I will review Stomping Grounds. I can't believe that. God, I can't believe that. Anyways, that's a tire rant. If you go on my Twitter, if you know me, you already know I'm probably annoyed at WWE at this point. But this is it. This is not going to be a wrestling review. In fact, this is going to be a movie review, something I've done in the past, but I feel like I should do more of. And I'm going to do a double review. Because first time ever, I'm going to remember this moment, because I saw not one, but two movies today. First time I've only been to the movies to see one movie at a time. I've never seen went to the theater more than once in one day. So this is a first for me. And it's a double toy feature, I like to call it. So I went to see Toy Story 4, and then immediately went to see the new Child's Play movie, remake, the 2019 version. So I got to share a hot topic so to get myself prepared. So I saw Toy Story 4. I'll give my quick little review on Toy Story 4. We'll move on to a little bit of Child's Play, and let you guys know what I thought about each film. So, before we continue, this one is showing to anybody. It's called the Movie Toy Challenge, which is where you see both Toy Story 4 and Child's Play on the exact same day. And guess what? They're both movies that are about toys. And they involve a kid named Andy. Well, one of them, sort of. So I figured it'd be a fun little challenge to give to you. So if anybody thinks they can do this challenge where you see Toy Story 4 and you see Child's Play on the exact same night, that'll be awesome. You don't have to do it, but it's just a little fun little challenge. So I call it the Movie Toy Challenge. It doesn't matter what movie you see first, you just have to see both of them on the exact same day. That's what I did. Now, with that being said, let's talk about Toy Story 4. Everyone can agree this was the unnecessary sequel of movies where the third one felt like it ended the way it should have. And it really should have. I thought 3 was very emotional, but it pretty much got to the point. It was just a fitting end. I thought it was a fitting end to the trilogy. And then we get this one, which was kind of a surprise. Like, why are we getting this fourth one? But as unnecessary as it was still a great film. I thought the voice acting was great. I thought the animation was beautiful. Like some of the visual stuff. And I need to say this: what is with these kids' movies being more adult than these adult movies? I mean, like, let's really think about it. Sometimes these adult films or these adult movies, not porn, but like adult movies, like more grown-up films, tend to be a little bit more childish at times, and the kids' movies seem to be more adult, like Inside Out, talking about your emotions, or Zootopia, talking about racism and all of that. You have Toy Story just going all over the place. I'm not going to get into spoilers or anything, but it was when we went to a theater, my mom and I, because we went to see it. It was almost a packed theater, and we were laughing. We were laughing. We were crying. Yes, I did get emotional. I almost shed a tear. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it was unnecessary, but that was a great film. I'll definitely add it to my collection. And the ending was something. If you watch the entire movie, you can kind of guess where it's going, and it does. It could lead to a possible sequel if they want to, Toy Story 5. But honestly, after this fourth installment, I just don't know how you can do that. I really don't know how you can do that. So, and if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like I said, I thought the voice acting was great. I thought there was way more character development. There was a strong story. Beautiful animation, visual effects. It was just an awesome movie. It really was. It could be contention for one of the movies of the year, possibly. Again, my only gripe with the film was just it wasn't really necessary to make, but they made it, and they made it work. So I got applaud for that. So Toy Story 4. If you love the other three movies, I think you'll love this one. In fact, you might even like this one most. Some people are calling it the best Toy Story movie. So, like I said, it's funny, it's dramatic, it's emotional, it's very intelligent, it kind of makes you question things. Which again is not really much of a kid's movie, or kids movie should do, which is weird. But, like I said, I don't really have any faults with the film. I have to really rewatch again and nitpick every little thing, but like I said, only complaint really is it just was unnecessary, but overall I thought it was an overall awesome film. I highly recommend it. Now let's talk about the new Child's Play, because, let's be honest, slightly most people like this film, but there's a good chunk of people that hate this movie. From the moment that it was considered, people were going to shit on it. And look, I'll be honest, I've said this too, every time they make remakes of movies, I tend to stay away, especially like the new Disney live action stuff. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I can't do Aladdin. I'm not going to do Dumbo. I'm not doing Lion King, Jungle Book. I can't do any of those. Because I grew up with those original movies, and they're fine as they are. I don't understand why you need to remake them. So, I understand where people are coming from. I hate remakes too. Especially remakes that are not necessary. But I did feel like this one needed to. I mean, think about it. We got Nightmare on Elm Street that was terrible. We got Friday the 13th that back in 2009, which I actually liked, but a lot of people seem to dislike. You got Texas Chainsaw Massacre that a lot of people didn't care for. We got the Rob Zombie's Halloween, which I hated. Then we had the new Halloween that came up, which is technically a remake, but it's also a sequel to the original, which that one was very good. So, in a way, I'm happy they did this film, Child's Play, because let's be honest, Child's Play has not been in theaters since 2004, I think it was. With See the Chucky, we all know how great of a film that was. To the point where the last two Chucky movies took place on DVD or Netflix, whatever you call it. And now they're doing a TV series that has been confirmed. Don Mancini and Brad Dourif, Jennifer Tilly are going to be in it, Fiona Dourif. It's going to be a TV series based on the original characters and voice actors. They're going to be in the TV series, I think it's next year, I believe. So they're doing this remake. It has nothing to do with the original. It's just completely the very first movie. it's still the same basic plot. You got a kid named Andy living with his mom in an apartment, and you got a doll named Chucky that kills people. Again, not going to spoil a whole lot, but let's just say the premise is a lot more. It's a lot different than you expect. Like, for example, Chucky is not a possessed serial killer. He's a AI robot. He's a doll, a robot doll, and he's voiced by Mark Hamill. Which I'm going to say this: the doll itself. Honestly, some shots the doll looks very creepy and can be quite scary. Other times the doll does look pretty ridiculous and dumb. And then most of the time it's just like, okay, it's just there. And it does this weird mouth thing where it just, I love you, Andy. It does that weird I don't like bad dubbing voice. Yeah. So I thought that was weird. I mean, it's really weird. I don't want to compare it to the originals because if I do, that might make me hate it more. So if you're going to go check out this Child's Play movie, don't go in the mindset of trying to compare it to the original series. Just watch it as its own film. That's the only way how you're going to enjoy this movie. I thought the acting for the most part was very good, very solid. I thought Mark Hamill did a good job for what he can do. I would love to see a little bit more emotion from him, maybe a little bit more laughter and stuff like that. That's my only gripe, really, with him. But I thought he still did a good job voicing Chucky in this version. Definitely a lot more violent, a lot gorier. The soundtrack was great. It's very creepy and eerie. The kills are way, like I said, are way gorier. They're by far the goriest out of the series thus far. Yeah, I think in my book. Or at least definitely one of them. Especially one death, and it involves a character named Shane. You know what I'm talking about when I go there. God, that asshole. But like I said, it's not a perfect movie. I'm not saying it's a perfect film. One of my biggest gripes is this film does feel like it's missing some scenes. I kind of wish they would have added more scenes and made the movie longer. Maybe at least 2 hours. For example, I would love to see more of the bond between Andy and Chucky. I would love to see it maybe expand and grow even more instead of almost being like rushed, like a little montage. Let's be honest, the film did feel rushed, but not in a bad way or anything. But it's just, I felt like if they would give it more time and develop the friendship between Andy and Chucky, and then when the stuff starts happening, then you kind of get more emotionally invested into it. I would love to see Andy and his mom kind of a little bit more time, because I'll be real for you. Sometimes it's weird with them. Sometimes it feels like they're a mother and son, a single mom struggling, but then other times it feels like they're like brother and sister. Sometimes it's odd. It's just weird, like an older sister trying to take care of her baby brother. It's odd. The final scene, the supermarket or the Kmart, I forgot what they call it. Pretty much the superstore massacre, I like to call it. Because let's be honest, a lot of people predict that it does happen. I honestly wish that scene lasted a little bit longer too. I thought they'd given that scene a little bit more depth and they had more creativity, so to speak. I mean, it was definitely the right direction. But I just felt like, again, it was kind of cut short for time. And that's my only really, honestly, my real big complaint. It's not even Chucky's look, honestly. It's not the acting. It's not really the story. It's mainly, it felt kind of condensed. It felt just rushed in a way. And again, I thought it was still a fun film. I enjoyed myself, but I felt like the only two things I really loved to see was the more backstory with Andy and Chucky, a little bit more growing of their friendship. So when the stuff happens, you feel more bad, you feel more sorry. I love to see Andy interact with some of the other characters, like more of the friends, maybe Detective Mike, all that. And I will have seen the final scene being stretched out a little bit longer, make it more of this crazy kind of bloodbath type of thing without giving too much away. Again, like I said, Chucky is so-so. Sometimes he looks alright, sometimes he looks terrible, sometimes he just looks okay at best. Mark Hamill, again, I thought he did a good job for what he was able to do. I thought, like I said, I thought most of the characters I thought were good, solid. Shane's character, I fucking hate, but for the right reason. Hated him so much, and in my opinion, I think he might have gotten the worst of the bunch. So, if I had to rate now both these movies, kind of short little summaries about them, I would give Toy Story probably a 9 out of 10. I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. I have to really think about if there was anything that really frustrated me or anything like that, but honestly, I thought it was an awesome film. I barely had any complaints about it, honestly. And as for Child's Play, the remake, if you go in that film, don't compare it to the originals. Just stick to its own film. Just that's the best way to watch it. Just judge it as your own because it's completely different from the original source material. If you compare it as a full-blown remake of the original, you will fucking hate it. But if you watch it as its own film, I think you'll enjoy yourself. I think you'll get your money's worth. Because I did. So I would give that film a 7.5, maybe 7.8 out of 10. Overall, that would be like a B minus, I thought. Like a B minus, I thought, would be my score to give it. Very good, fun, enjoyable, but it definitely did have its flaws. So if they decide to do a sequel to this remake, hopefully they can expand upon it, kind of fix some of the issues they had. And I'll give, I'll do an 8 out of 10 just because about 90% of the film, 95% of the film, they use animatronic dolls. Yeah, I will say that you use animatronics, which is something you don't really see a whole lot of now. It's always CGI. And there's some CGI in here. You could totally tell it's CGI on certain scenes. But for the most part, it's an animatronic. And I at least respect everybody busting their ass to do an animatronic doll. I will respect that because I'm an animatronic guy. I like practical effects a lot. So I'll give this one an 8 out of 10 just for the fact that even if it doesn't look always amazing, at least it's there and at least it shows that you can do practical effects and you can still do it. Now I just hope if they decide to do a sequel or another Child's Play movie like this, they just up the ante and hopefully put a little bit more depth and more work in the animatronics. Give more time to it so it's more flawless. And again, this movie was meant to be the thing was supposed to be an AI, so it's more robotic, so it's understandable. But there's some tweaks I would fix. Maybe fix the face, maybe fix that thing, maybe have some more expressions and stuff like that. But overall, I thought it was enjoyable. I thought, for character-wise, entertainment, for more of a story-based critic review, I say Toy Story 4 was better, but for more entertainment purposes, I thought Child's Play was better. Both of them, in my opinion, are good. But I would definitely say Toy Story 4 is by far superior, but I did enjoy Child's Play in the long run. I thought it was still enjoyable, and I'm probably going to get both these movies when they come out. But that's my quick little review on both films. So, go ahead, if you see both these movies, comment down below. Give me your thoughts. What did you guys think of the films? What was their pros and cons on both films? Let me know. Again, there will be a Stomping Ground review this Sunday. I don't know when I'll do it. I might do it on the camera. I might do a live stream. Maybe I'll get Brandon hopefully to help me out. Because now Brandon's got a new shift, new work schedule, so he works Monday through Fridays like me, and he gets weekends off. So maybe we'll do a review on Stomping Grounds. I don't know. He might not want to because let's be honest, it's just most of the matches are rematches. So we'll have to wait and see how he wants. But if he doesn't join it, then I'll definitely do a review and give my honest thoughts about that. But other than that, though, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. I'll try to get some more video and more content out there. Again, the live stream internet's off, so I apologize. I might just have to go back to using the camera. And probably for the time being, there won't be any more Q&As until I can figure out what's wrong with this thing, maybe get it working, whether that's going to my townhouse, my own place, and just kind of fiddling around with the internet, because I think the internet's way better over there anyway, so maybe it's just lack of internet here. We'll have to wait and see. But either that, take care of my peeps. See you guys Sunday for Stomping Grounds. God. I'll say this about Child's Play. I'm afraid to go driving in the dark. Say that.